welcome or welcome back. Welcome back. Doo-doo. So, hi, welcome back. My name is Sharifa, the Nubian Reviewer. And on this channel, we talk about books, we talk about planning, we talk about creative journaling, and just all the good things. If you're new here, hi, welcome. And if you're returning, not new, if you're returning, welcome back. So today I want to bring to you in my I Am America series. And if you're interested in that series, you can look for the playlist. I'll link it below. And I'll link it somewhere for you to look at the other videos in the series. My I Am America series is generally about me in America and things that I do on a daily basis, not daily basis, but like life rituals, right? As a woman of African descent in America. So not to ramble on, this is for health and wellness. May is Mental Health Month. Now, at the time when I'm recording this video, it may not make it for May mental health. However, I just decided, executive decision, since May, June, July, are focused towards various groups for mental health. I'm going to continue the series, okay? So you may get a sprinkle of other recommendations here and there throughout, but I do want to focus on mental health. Why? Because mental health affects us all, every living being. May is mental health awareness. June is men's mental health. And I want to say July is minority mental health. Don't quote me on the last one, but definitely June is men's mental health. So, and I think July is minority mental health, but I will put it in the description below, and I will probably try to leave links so you guys can get more information on all three of the topics. But the reason why I'm here today is to give you a short book rec of things that I find that have soothed or helped my erratic mental stress from time to time. And when I say from time to time, I think we all go through phases of our lives where we just need to take a mental break. My mental break, honestly, is not stressing about the small things and just being intentional and being in the moment. Now, will I wake up from that? Of course. But how I handle it is the important thing. Life is a journey. Enjoy it. So the first book I'm going to share with you today is a quick book. It's a quick read. And this is a 4-set series. I only have one. I would like to get the other 3, but we'll see. But this one right here is The Circle of Fire, the Talic Wisdom book. And it just gives you guided meditations and inspiration on various means of happiness. Honoring the physical body. And it's very short. Prayer for love. And so this right here will be for that person who just needs some self-affirmation, right? Need the affirmations of day-to-day life, knowing that you're doing okay and everything will be all right. And you are where you should be at that moment. So yes, The Circle of Fire, good book, great set. I've always wanted to get the set, but I've never really seriously considered purchasing a set. I don't know if that sounds confusing, but you know what I'm saying. Like you may see like something that you like, and then you always contemplating on getting it, but you never get it. That's how I'm feeling about this set. So this may be the motivator to get the set. The second one is Stress-Free Productivity, a personalized toolkit to become more efficient, most efficient, and create self. Now, this book, I have not had the opportunity to fully go through it, but it definitely gives you a lot of exercises, a lot of things to consider on how to reduce stress. There's an organization called NAMI, NAMI. And basically, this organization is all about mental health and mental health awareness. And a lot of the things that are in this book are tools that they use or they teach in the organization. So I highly recommend this book right here. This is not one of those books that, you just flip through and, read through it. No, you actually have to go through it, take the quizzes, address your thought process. This is just a pretty good book. I don't know if I'm going to write it in or not. I'll probably use a notebook, on the side, but I do plan on using every single book in some type of form or fashion. But yes, I highly recommend that. And the author is, Alice Boyle, PhD, the author of the Anxiety Toolkit and the Healthy Mind Toolkit. So this should be a good book. I recommend it, although I have not read it. Now, I've recommended this book before, and I think I will recommend this book. I'm going to be honest with you every year. This is a really quick read. I'm always flipping through this book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And it really talks about taking control of those little things, those little forces in life. And knowing that the only thing that we can control at this moment in time is ourselves, right? So you control yourself, and then that's 80% of it, right? Your thoughts, how you look at the world, how you respond, and then how you control yourself. How does that affect the larger community? The Power of the Subconscious Mind. This is a gem. I got this. This was actually gifted to me. And I have not stopped flipping through this book since I got it. So this is an independent author, Joseph Murphy. I don't see any other books that he has published so far, but I will put the book in the description and the website. And if you're interested, try looking him up and looking up some of his other works. But yes, this is a gem. I think I mentioned that book previously in my previous mental health book. Now, the ABCs of self-love, a simple guide to loving yourself, reclaiming your worth, and changing your life. Malady, Godfred, the self-love philosopher. I absolutely love this book. I have not even tried it yet, but I've been reading through it and I'm trying to pace myself. So there are 26 letters in the alphabet. And so for me, I would take an alphabet week by week. And so I think that's going to be my next challenge. I'm going to start this challenge, I want to say in the second week of June, because I want to give it enough for me to miss a week or so. Maybe miss a week along the way. But it's A through Z challenges. And so you have A for authenticity. And so it gives you its definition, various ways to look at authenticity. And then you have space to journal. What are your action plans to get to authenticity? And then it goes down the line. B is for boundaries. Let's look at another one. C is for the 4 C's: clarity, commitment, creation, and community. I think that's going to be interesting, right? And it just have activities. D for daily dreaming. And let's look at one more, and then I will go to the next one. E is for emotional empowerment. That's a mic drop moment right there. So yeah, so this is going to be my challenge really soon. And so I thought I would just introduce you guys to this one. I got this one right here unexpectedly from, what is the name of this place? Five Below. Five Below. They have great books there. I got this from the Five Below in my city. And I couldn't let it stay there. So another book that I have is Ageless Soul, The Life Journey Towards Meaning and Joy, Thomas More. I am a big fan of Thomas More and his philosophy. This right here is just an all around wholesome, authentic, real read. And it answers the questions, or have you answered the questions? You know, are you doing the soulful work of your life? Or are you just existing day by day and not thinking about the next thing? Sometimes when we're in survival mode, the next day and surviving and moving is that's all we have to live for. But I think what has helped me shift that train of thought is, if I'm not taking, because I don't have the luxury of taking days out to figure this out, if I can give myself 15 minutes, beginning of the day, 15 minutes, or at the end of the day, etching out some time for myself to reflect on my life and things that I want to do better, things that I want to be more intentional about. This book's address that. So I definitely encourage anyone who is on the journey to expand their emotional and mental awareness and want to live intentionally and live with full joy. Ageless Soul is the book for you. The next one, Deepak. I like saying that. Deepak, The Path to Love. Is self-explanatory. Deepak, he is known for some of his greatest works. This is definitely a spiritual book for anyone who wants to define and, give themselves a mission to define what is self-love and how do you get to that path to just love, right? This is a good read. I haven't read it in a long time, but I know when I did read it years ago. This was before I moved to my current address. This was one of the books that I took my time and I kind of thumbed through. I think my second read of this, I am definitely going to highlight, because I'm in that era in my life now. And right through my books. And then this is the era of my life that I'm in now, where I want to write in my books. I want to leave notes to myself. I want to leave affirmations. So that is The Path to Love. Deepak Chopra. This one right here is kind of shifting the conversation. And this is something that important topic to me. So mental health is one of those things that I pride myself on trying to make sure that my mental health is well, so I can make better decisions for my life. And sometimes that life journey takes you into places that you never knew you would go. Having a background in social services has lent itself to me over understanding and over empathizing with individuals and people who are dealing with mental health. And sometimes you have to separate yourself and not get so drawn into it. Like, self-care is very important. But The Malady of the Mind, Schizophrenia, and the Path to Prevention is one of these stories that I feel that anyone who knows someone who's dealing with any kind of mental health, whether it's bipolar, schizophrenia, manic depression, this is a good book for you to understand that plight. I have other books on this particular topic, bipolarism, manic depression. And so I plan on doing a separate video of book recommendations for those of you who are interested in understanding the cause and the origins and the cure to a lot of this. Now, here's the thing. Beyond understanding someone else's struggle, someone else's journey, it is also important to take care of yourself in that process. And if you are an individual, who deals with any of these mental health challenges, I hope that you are getting the proper help that you need and deserve. And so, in saying that, stay tuned for more mental health books on various mental illnesses. So let's just review everything I have. The Malady of the Mind by Jeffrey A. Lieberman, MD. Deepak Chopra, The Path of Love. Ageless Soul by Thomas More. The ABCs of Self-Love by Malady Godfred. One of my favorites, The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. The Stress-Free Productivity, a personalized toolkit to become most efficient and creative self, Alice Boyle's PhD. And last, definitely not least, The Circle of Fire by Don Miguel Ruiz. So I hope that these books find its way in your basket at the next shop, the next store you shop into, or your local library to check them out. Or, just wait until I give a book review. If you're unsure about it, then go from there. But I guarantee you, every book I've recommended on this particular mental health check-in is so worthy of looking into. But you will have to check that out to know. But until next time, I will see you soon. Thank you for stopping by. And if this is something that is interesting to you, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this with a friend, particularly this video right here. I mean, mental health is for everybody. So particularly this one. So until then, I'm rambling now, you guys. Bye-bye.